Hi, and welcome to me trying not to go stir crazy in quarantine. No, it's me following the back of eyeshadow palettes instructions. That's the same thing. If you didn't watch the first video, basically what I'm doing is I'm following the instructions that are on the back of eyeshadow palettes. Some have numbered instructions, some have like image examples like this one, and generally I'm just following those to see if you can recreate the eye looks with them and if they look good if you just recreate them. Today I'm going to do the Nyx Avart Pop. It was a limited edition. I think it's discontinued now and has been for a little, but I am doing that one. I have my phone to do the close-ups this time, which I forgot to do last time. I have removies to remove it between each look, and I have primer and concealer. I'm just going to do, so I have both Avant Pop palettes because I got them on a really good sale. And I'm just going to do this one for now, which is Avant Pop #1 Art Throb, because that's 2 eyeshadow looks and I don't know if 4 was too many. If you wanted more in each video, put it in the comments. You know that cat in the last video that caught a stuffed toy and was telling me about it, screaming through the house? Well, this video she's going to be behind me. Hey, princess. That's fine. But yeah, so I'm going to follow. She's joining in. Hello. This video I'm going to follow the instructions of this palette, and I have a bunch of makeup brushes behind this camera because my old ones are still fairly dirty, but that's okay. I will clean all my makeup brushes afterwards. I also, because neither of these palettes, that one kind of has a base shade, but that's a bit too dark for me. Neither of these palettes have a base shade, and they're all quite, at least that one's quite a low look. I got my Essence, pick your own shadows thing, and I just use these as base shades when a palette doesn't come with one. This is why I've gone through that a lot. I brought 3 and I shoved them in there. These are, other ones. But anyway, so today we're going to start with the day look of this palette, which has a yellow on it. I don't know if you can see. And it doesn't have a yellow inside it. The other Avant Pop has a yellow. So, yellow's right there. It's very clearly yellow. But this is like gold. It is very clearly yellow. I might do it with the gold and then wipe it off and do it with this one's yellow. And yeah, see what that means, because that's very yellow. Anyway, to start with for both of them, I need to just put down some shadow. Yeah, that brush will do it. What are you? You're in Essence. Everything's in Essence. Okay. So just putting some shadow just up here, just to protect it from the fallout a bit, is what I'm doing. She's caught a stuffed toy. I'm using clean brushes for this because the other brushes are really gross now. I keep playing with eyeshadows. Okay. Now, to do that orange, I think I'm going to use this brush. I got it in like a brush kit. Yeah, that orange. It's like all along the waterline. It's all along the waterline and then like up on this corner. So I'll start up on that corner. Maybe if I didn't, so I have eyeliner on because I just shoved some on. Because last video the looks look very incomplete without eyeliner. And I'm now wondering if that was the wrong decision to make to this, because it's muddying out this orange. It says, okay, so it says to kind of do a flick out. So this is the Avant Pop. So I'm imagining it's going to end up quite loud. Sorry, I just realized I need to put this base shade a bit lower because of how hooded my eyes are. and how concentrated this look is in the very, like, around the eye. Oh, I gave this one a much more dramatic wing than this one. It does have a bit, oh, it has a bit of smoky black. I can do that. I'm just gonna give this a bit more of a wing to it. Now, it also has some smoky black in that corner. I don't want to use this brush again for that because I want to keep using this for when I do the second look of it. So I'm gonna go in with this tiny, tiny brush, and it's gotta be this black. Unless I use the other palette. Oh, no. You really pick up the glitters. So that just seems to be like right in the corner. Crisper wing. Okay, and now this has a very yellow shade, and the other palette has a very yellow shade. But what I'm going to do, I want to see what happens when I use this gold for it, and then I will quickly wipe it all off, quickly redo it all, and do it with the yellow instead, and I will see the difference. I'm just cleaning this a bit. I'm going to keep using this for at least not the purple, the orange on this eye. So if I knock off the excess, it won't ruin this because I'm just using the other side. And that is absolutely not a makeup rule. You should use a clean brush, but I already have to clean so many brushes. I don't want to clean another one. Yeah, that gold is clearly not what it meant. It very clearly meant that yellow. Still, I'm not mad about this look. It's quite cute. It says it's a day look. I'm not so sure about that. I'm just going to record on here so you can see slightly better. As you can tell, that gold is very subtle. And it's quite... It is nice. It is a bit statement-y. I'm very glad I put the black lips on for it. I'm gonna go try it with the yellow and the other palette now, so bear with me. Okay, so I redid the rest of it. I'm just gonna clean off this brush a bit because I'm still just using this brush because I want to minimize the amount of brushes I have to clean after this. So I'm now gonna go in with the other Avant Pop, which is Surreal My Heart, and go in with the yellow in it, where Avant Pop Art Throb says to put it. These are not even. So this is the finished look. It definitely is a look that needs mascara and eyeliner. Mascara more than eyeliner, but you definitely want the bottom waterline done because it's a very dramatic look, and without mascara my eyes look a bit boring. It also needs to be even, and that's quite hard to do. The side I know is a bit higher, the yellow, the orange has come a bit further in. This side is much better. Also, like, the bottom stuff has already worn off, which is odd because I didn't remove that at all. But the stuff that like went off my eye has already worn off. So yeah, I'll go with the other phone, the other device, the other phone. You're not a phone. I'll go with the phone. So this is it with the phone. As you can tell, this eye Looks quite nice. You sort of use the black to do like a pseudo wing. I'm sure you could just do it with eyeliner and not bother, but the shadow was there, so I sit with the shadow. This eye's a bit more messy and not as good. This eye's quite nice. I don't know if I'd call it a day look. I think that's the big thing for me. It's very nice. It is Avant Pop, but I just don't think I would call it a day look per se. I do quite like it. I wish I had mascara on, but I'm not putting mascara on only to wipe it off and do another eye look. It goes well with the black lips. The only problem is you need the other Avant Pop to do it, because it does look so much better with yellow. Saying that, if you happen to have, like, say, Essence Singles in yellow, or a yellow in literally any other eyeshadow palette you have, you could probably do it just fine. Like, I'm just going to swatch. So that's Avant Pop's yellow. And this is my Essence yellow. So Avant Pop's my Essence. It's a yellow. Yellow's a yellow in this case. So if you don't want to buy a second whole eyeshadow palette that's very, you know, vibrant, you could do that look with just another yellow you have on hand. It is a nice look. I mean, you could do this whole look on just other eyeshadow palettes. You just need an orange and a yellow. I don't even know if I'd want the bronze in the orange. I think the glitter in the orange almost works against it. But yeah, I'm gonna wipe this off and do a new base to do the other look. Okay, so I removed all that, redid my concealer because I had to, because it was all underneath my eye, redid my primer, and now I have concealer on my eye, my lashes. Oh well. Okay, so this is this other look, which is the night look. So the pink goes quite high up, so I'm still going to do a base shade, but I'm just going to do the base shade like in my very inner, just because you saw what happened with the orange, where if I don't put this base shade down, I will end up with eyeshadow. It's mostly because of my really hooded eyes that I have to do this. I'm sure if you don't have hooded eyes, you probably don't, but I have very hooded eyes, so I have to sort of put a base shade where I don't want eyeshadow to go, because if not, it stamps it there. So that's my base. Now, that is not the eyeshadow palette I want. It's this one. So there's this pink shade, which is all over the lid, then up in to the... That's a different cat. Okay, this one's actually only had a pink shade on it. There's a cat down there. She may hop into frame. But I really need this sort of kind of puffy brush, and all my rest are like either really thin pencils, which is just going to make it way too much work, or like really buffy. Oh, that could work. That might do it. And that's clean. That's completely clean, so I can put this away and just use this one. I need to wash my brushes. Yeah, I think this is the only brush left I have that could do it. So it's this one. I think it's sort of blended out with that one. Let's start with this one. I just stuck my thumb into this. Of course I did. Yeah, okay. That'll work for blending really well, really nice. But it is a bit too buffy. It's a bit too loose to do the first application, so we're just using this one. Yeah, there we go. Take it right in, and then quite want to kind of wing it out. These looks seem to be very based on wings, so I almost want to like create a wing, like a pseudo wing. Oh yes, bells. And then I'm gonna use this one. I am going in with this one, with this like peachy color, which I often use as a transition shade, I have to say. And that goes right up to the eyebrow and over. The thing with all these looks is because they are Avant Pop and therefore almost editorial, you can get away with it being quite loud, because that's what it's designed to be, these looks. I also often use these eyeshadow palettes though, just borrowing shades, because they're quite nice pigmented shades. Just sort of building up the intensity of this one where I want it. Almost built up on this eye, which is a bit odd. See, in the other eye it did so well. On this eye it's just not. I'm like, what have I done to these eyeshadows? I will say I really suggest having like a base color at hand when you do this, because it does help with like cleaning it up. So that is my purple layer down. Honestly, I like this. I would very happily just take that and run it under and call that an eye look. Okay, this also has the black, but it seems almost when it's speckled through, like it wants the sparkles from the black. Again, I'm just sort of creating a sort of wing with this black. Treating it almost like eyeliner. I think this is an eyeliner pen brush as well, so that helps the situation. And then get that dark purple color again, just to somewhat diffuse this black. Because as much as it is kind of like eyeliner, it's also not. Again, I'm pretty sure if you just did the black as an eyeliner, it would look just as good. I don't have an eyeliner with me at this desk, so I'm not doing that. Next is, I think it goes the dark green and then the light green. So that green and then that green. It almost looks like the yellow, but I'm again giving the palette the benefit of the doubt and not reckoning it thinks I need to take a yellow from a different palette. I need a clean brush because the other brush is very orange, and to maintain my clean brush so I don't have to get two clean brushes, what I'm going to do is the light green shade first and then the dark green. So the light green seems to go on the inside on the base and then the dark green on the outside. So we're just going to go in with the light green on both eye. Oh, I forgot how much I like this. This is definitely the shade though that they're trying to depict. It is like, it doesn't look it in the palette. In the palette, it just looks like a really light green. But on my nails are so bad. I'm so sorry about that. But on the eye, it is this almost yellowy green. Also, I just realized, I'm like, my nails are so bad. I'm sorry about that. And I was going to say, I can't get to the nail salon though. And then I realized in frame is all the nail stuff we have to do professional nails. I'm just too lazy. So we're going to do the dark green. I love this green as well. I've used this green a fair bit because I do like doing green eyes. So that is the completed look. And for something that when I looked at it, I thought, oh, that's going to look like two looks smushed together. They're not going to go at all. It does go. It does look a bit like two looks smushed together, but not badly so. Again, I'll switch to this so you can get a closer look. Okay, here we are on this one. It I just realized I have like a little bit of fallout. Let me just get this to dust it off. There you go. It does look quite good. The camera isn't, like this one's a lot, I think the camera's picking up some of the primer. Give me a sec. Yeah, that's better. So, see the lines? It looks very good. So the night look is very much one that relies on this palette a lot more than the day look. The night look very much needs like these two shadows and these two shadows. And I mean, this shadow is useful. I reckon you could just do it with like a black liner as well, or, you know, a black pencil. But the other four, you kind of need this palette and these shades. The day look, I reckon you could do with any orange and any yellow. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could recreate it with another orange from another palette and then the yellow from this I've made a palette. And so overall though, they're both good looks. I don't know if I'd call the day look like a day look. I don't know if you would super go out in public with that. They're very editorial. They're very, you'd make these looks to take a photo of them, not as much to just go out in public. They're loud, they're statement-y, they're big, which is fine. It's the Avant Pop palette. I will say I wish they did a look with this blue, because I've used this blue. It is a gorgeous blue shade. So I'm a bit bummed that they don't give you any advice for that blue, and instead give you advice that needs, give you a look that requires this palette to make it work, or, you know, another palette to make it work. So I am a bit disappointed in the day look in terms of utilizing this palette, but I'm not mad at either of these looks. Both look good, both look very pretty, both look very shiny. So yeah, that is the first Avant Pop. I'll do the second one, not like next video. I don't know what I'm gonna go to next. Maybe Australis, because I want to play with some of the Australis. But I will do the Surreal My Heart at some point, because it also has two looks, and these videos are fun and are keeping me from going crazy. I think I need to wash all my makeup brushes though, because all of that's dirty and I'm just getting more dirty ones, and I'm going to run out of makeup brushes sooner than later.